revolution.
Another stroll in the dark, in the countryside, away from all the noise. So, I just thought I'd make another video because, of course, you know, the retards, the imbeciles, you know, they think they have some sort of power and control over us when I upload and make videos. But every time I upload, it just slaps them in the face, like a big McSlap in the face, just to let them know that they're delusional, the weirdos, and they really aren't as important as they believe they are in my life and my world, and that they have no control or power over me. I'll do what I want, when I want, and how I want, when I feel like it, and you have no control over that. Even though you've got retards surrounding us in my estate with their listening devices, trying to get information to relay back to a sick individual, a sick in the head individual from the Ukraine, who I don't know personally, I've never spoken to them, and they have this sick obsession, a paedophile who's riddled with AIDS. It's living in this fantastical, delusional reality whereby they somehow believe they're still in with a chance. It's like, how disturbed in the head do you have to be, and how many times do you have to watch one of my videos and hear me clearly state with no uncertain terms that I do not know you, I do not fucking like you, and you're never getting anywhere near me. You're an unhinged fucking freak. You're a weird little bastard from the Ukraine. A sick, pathetic individual who's really sick and dying, by the way. You and the fat one, you know, who likes to stalk me online and see who I'm talking to so they can try and seduce these people. And so they can, like, what was I told? So, oh yeah, so, well, considering I don't know you, never, ever would I ever think about having sex with a fucking weirdo like you. That and the fact that you're a paedophile who's riddled with AIDS and a ladyboy. let's not forget about that. You're a secret transgender that you've been keeping hidden from everyone. Oh no, all those people who've had sex with you. They probably thought it was great when you were constantly letting them shag your ass, you know, you know what I mean? Oh, yes, the little lady boy, like, I'm sorry, I don't trifle with that kind of persuasion. No thank you. I'm a man who likes women and nothing else. I'm not interested in the carnal knowledge that you crave, and it's quite disturbing to say the least. No, I've no wish to have anything to do with a paedophile ladyboy who's full of AIDS and has been spreading it around the community. You know, that the gift that keeps on giving from the fat paedophile that you teamed up with in order to get revenge, to seek revenge on me because You know, I rejected you. I walked away and left you to it. And you had such a temper tantrum, didn't you, when you stamped your little lady boy feet and pulled on your cock after you untucked it, you know. No, I wouldn't have anything to do with the likes of you. You're an absolute waste of space. You're no good for nothing. I mean, and stop trying to send people on your behalf to apologise. I'd just like to let you know your apology is not accepted. I do not trust you. I will never trust you. You are a disease, a plague upon this earth. You're not fit for human consumption. You're a biohazard. You're riddled with incurable ailments. You know, you're sick and dying. You're a greedy little hungry gold digging whore that will sleep and do anything with anyone just for money to keep you, just to keep you in your material possessions. But you're a lazy little bastard who's no good for nothing. You know what I mean? You don't know the meaning of hard work. You know, you're prepared to sacrifice people to get into a pedo cult for fame and fortune, considering that, you know, you have had sex with minors and you have passed on your incurable STD, your sexually transmitted disease, and you're going to be picked up. And not only that, like I say, you've been plotting and planning with the fat wench that you teamed up with, and the other inbreds that they're a part of, you know, the aunt, the cousin, the uncle, you know, who all signed a contract with the divine when they said, I would never get my inheritance back unless it was over your dead bodies. Well, well, well. That contract was made, and so it shall be. And God's will be done on yous imbeciles. And you're all sick and dying. You're all trying to hide it. You're all still plotting and planning, even though you're heavily, you don't really grasp it, do you? Like, you're heavily under investigation. There's no getting out of it. No matter what you do at this point, no matter what you do, like, it's all been documented. You're recorded. You're monitored. Like, what are you thinking? What do you think? Like, and like, you know, like, look, the game's already won. I've already won. You've already been defeated. It's just that you're unwilling to accept defeat, even though everything I've told you, what would happen, has happened, and will continue to happen. It's just back-to-back defeats for you, no matter what your attempt to do. Like, you can't invite us anywhere. I'm not going to go anywhere near you. You can't send anyone to us because I don't trust them, right? Like, I'm well aware of what you've planned, right? You yourself, because you're such a dizzy individual, you don't realise you're telling me what you have planned without actually necessarily saying it. It's because, you know, you're emotionally unstable and you're very erratic and you're very screamy and shouty. You know, you're a deranged individual. Everything that you've been attempting to do to me, it doesn't affect me. Like, for instance, you did a death ritual on the full moon. Well, did it finish us off? Was it the most powerful death ritual yet out of all of the death rituals that you've performed? And there's been many. There's been a few. I should know. There's been a few.
I should know. I followed a few.
And you know, here I am, still a picture of health, still standing, still a lot healthier than you. You know, I'm not sick and dying. Oh, moths. Oh, moths. You know, in fact, I'm going from strength to strength, and I'm getting in shape. I'm losing all my belly fat. It's, you know, it's dropping off now since I've got my diet regulated, you know, and like intermittent fasting, and sometimes like a 24-hour or 48-hour fast. You're still strong. You don't lose any strength. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to be eating all these meals all the time, because, well, you know, let's face it, when you're, especially for big bodybuilders, like, they're eating 6 meals a day, right? And your body's got to break all that down. And a lot of the foods that you're eating turns into glucose anyway, which spikes your insulin, which stops you, prevents you from putting on weight. It's counting calories bollocks. It's just fucking bullshit, because I certainly don't count calories. But you know, I keep myself down to a 1 meal a day right? And that way your body's able to break down the food and process it through your system, digestive system, a lot faster, right? And it's single ingredient foods that I'm eating. None of this processed shit. Because what I've noticed when you start eating healthier, right? When you start eating single ingredient foods, like your fridge is not as full as what it is when you're buying processed shit that's full of chemicals that's passing through your digestive system that your body's having to break down, which is why one of the big reasons why you get the cold and flu, because it's like your body's toxicity levels build up to the point whereby you need to purge those toxins that's in your body, and that's why you get the cold and flu. And because we vibrational beings, and like how when you get a lot of women occupying the same space and living together, their periods seem to go in sync. Well, it's much the same when you get cold and flu. The people who you're living with tend to go in sync, and so then you get like cold and flu. But if you're someone who keeps your body in an alkali state instead of an acidic state, there's less chance of the toxicities in your bodies to build up and purge to the point where your body needs to purge it through cold and flu. Because that's the reason why you get cold and flu, is to purge all the toxins out of your body. So essentially, cold and flu is good for you if you consume a lot of like processed foods that's just filled full of chemicals that's not good for you. And half of those chemicals are addictive anyway. They tend to make the food taste moreish with zero nutritional value, and you're just killing yourself through processed food. Because like, remember, like when you buy bread now, normally it's 4 ingredients to make bread, right? We look on the back of the packaging, like 27 ingredients. Like, why the fuck do you need all that in your food for? Like, as I say, it may preserve the bread, but it's not preserving your intestines, and it's destroying you. You know what I mean? It's like it's literally killing you, and that's why Big Pharma like makes a fortune in generating revenue, because they're not interested in curing the symptoms. They're only interested in treating the symptoms. You know what I mean? Because if you found cures for ailments and illnesses, there will be no money in the pharmaceutical industry. So that's why they're only interested in treating the symptoms. Like a lot of the doctors nowadays, they haven't got a fucking clue about nutritional value. They all program robots when they go to college. It's all about treating the symptoms with fucking petrochemicals, which are not good for the body anyway. Whereby if you like just cut all that shit out, right, sort your diet out, only eat single ingredient foods, right? Because remember when like fruits used to be seasonal, but now you get them all year round. That's a constant fucking like intake of sugars that your body doesn't need. Be good just to go back to when certain fruits were seasonal, because like with the seasons, you go with what you're able to forage and consume. That's why meat and eggs are a constant all year round, because like meat and eggs are good for you. I mean, eggs have all the minerals, save vitamin C, to keep your body in good shape. You know what I mean? And same with meat. Meat makes you strong. You know what I mean? But like that's why they're trying to like reduce our carbon intake, reduce our meat intake, because they want to keep us weak and sick and in ill health. So that way you can't form like a militia, shall we say, to fight back against these elites, because these elites in themselves are just puny fucking faggots. Do you know what I mean? No matter the persuasion, when I say a faggot, I term it as in like rats, spineless rats, the lowest of the low, degenerates. Do you know what I mean? You know, like how words, the meaning of words change over time. Well, I'm changing the fucking meaning of faggot. It was start off as a food they eat, and it got termed as someone who was homosexual. But I don't view it as that. I view them as lowest of the low, spineless, degenerate vermin. So when I say faggot, that's what I mean. So now you know. But yeah, so like all these fucking people who team up against us, you're all getting sick and dying. You're going to die in threes, by the way. It doesn't matter which practitioner you go to, right? Like, you'll probably have went to many practitioners and come back and told them there's nothing you can do. There's nothing they can do. You can't do it, right? And repeating the same process over and over again to expect a different outcome is the definition of insanity. So if it didn't work the first time, it's not going to work the second, the third, or the 99 billionth time that you've attempted it. You are literally just killing yourself, like I said you would. And it's happening, like I said it would. And now you're really ill and sick, like I said you would be. And you're trying to master all that up with your alcohol and drug problem, drug addiction. Because consuming these numbs the pain. It makes you forget that you've got an illness. But there'll come a point where you'll have to go cold turkey and you are going to suffer. In fact, some of you are not even going to go to trial. Some of you are going to be in a box before it even reaches that point. And I'm just going to get to what's mine. But all you who are remaining, and there's going to be a few of us, I'll be taking this out of court, especially that fucking doctor who thought they could just sign off on documents about my health, my mental health, when I don't even know this person, never met them, never really spoke to them. I probably, you know what I mean, don't even go to the doctors. And you don't know why? It's because I fast. I eat once a day, and I only eat single ingredient foods, and I keep well hydrated food with water, right? And if there's not a lot of food intake, your body doesn't have to do as much work to break down and process the food through your digestive system. And therefore, I don't get ill. And my body's in an alkali state all the time, right? So there's nothing acidic, right? I really cut down on sugar because sugar's the fucking enemy. It's more addictive than cocaine. It's in everything. All your processed foods, it's in everything. When you look at some of the ingredients, it's got sugar, then glucose, which is a fucking synthetic sugar. So you're getting sugar on top of sugar, like these energy drinks you're drinking. Like, I don't need them, I just eat meat and eggs. And fruit when it's in season. Because you need to cut down on the sugar, because it spikes your insulin. And if it spikes your insulin, it makes you fucking feel tired, for one thing, lazy. It can affect how you urinate, right? But it also stops you from losing weight. So if you reduce your sugar intake, right, the weight's going to drop off a lot faster. And it's got fuck all to do with counting calories. And the fucking powers that be know this. They know animal fats are good for you. If you eat animal fats, it helps you to burn fat, not put fat on. Like frying eggs in a pan, it's not bad for you, especially if you're using beef dripping, or duck fat, or goose fat. They help you burn fat, or mixing those fats into the type of food that you eat. You know what I mean? I know. I'll bear witness to this because I'm worried to drop off. I'm fucking losing weight. And I don't count calories because I'm only eating once a fucking day. Which is like meat and eggs, and sometimes I'll boil some potatoes. But you know what I mean? Even churned butter is a lot better for you than fucking margarine. That's like one chemical away from being fucking wallpaper paste. Or something like that, or paint. Or fucking magnolia paint. So once you start like reading the ingredients on this packaged processed food, you realise like, fucking hell, should I really be eating this? Why do I need maltodextrin? Why do I need fucking emulsifiers? Why do I need sugar and glucose? You know what I mean? Why like packaged chicken? Why do I need sugar on my fucking chicken for? Why do I need sugar in my beans? Why do I need sugar in my fucking peas? When you just grow your own. But you know. But anyway, but like so I'm healthy. I know how to look after myself. Do you know what I mean? I cook all my own foods. I don't want anyone cooking food for fucking me. So any food that gets brought, it just gets fucking thrown in the bin. You know what I mean? But not that I will. But like I say, you're trying to do all these things. You're trying to like, it's just like you're so blind. Your myopic scope is so minute, so narrow, that you literally can't see the world around you crumbling. Like, you know what I mean? Your foundations are eroding beneath you.
Eroding beneath me!
But yet you persist and persist. And you've been told countless times by many, many people don't do what you're going to do, it won't end well for you. But because you have this like level of entitlement that you think that I'm not worthy of what's rightfully mine, what was left to me, that you tried to steal from us by taking my name off the will, doctoring it and putting your name on there, or getting people to turn up in court and pretend to be me. So that next fucking friends is going to spend, well, you're going to go to prison. It will be for a long time, but you're not going to last for a very long time. I mean, you're a weaselly little faggot, do you know what I mean? They're going to chew you up and spit you out when you go to fucking prison. You and your gay lover, Botta Bilbao and My Little Donkey. Like, all of you are involved, because you all took cash payments. But anyway, you're just senselessly and needlessly doing this repetitive shit, thinking that you can trigger us and get us to rage bait or like rage out or crash out or whatever the fucking terminology is, right? And like once again, like you mean nothing to me. Don't care. Like, you are literally nothing. You just wannabes, you tryhards and trisexuals. You'll try anything once, if you like it, you'll try it again. But you know what I mean? Like, you're just degenerates. Like, you're scum of the earth. Like, you are literally fucking dog excrement. You know, like, your whole life is just based on fallacy, on lies. Like, was it so like you go around telling people, because I'm not afraid of you, I'm now a psychopath? Because I don't fear you. Have you looked in the fucking mirror at yourself? What is it exactly that your appearance determines that I should fear you? Like looking like a clown's not really something I fear. I mean, some people may fear clowns, but I don't. You're the worst type of clowns. You know what I mean? You're like, and then like that on top of the fact that you're all inbreds. You're all engaged in incest. You're paedophiles. Like, I'm going to make sure I bring you to justice. And the more you fucking push, the harder I push back. Only when I push back, it's more detrimental to your fucking health and your well-being. And as I say, these are not warnings anymore. Like, you are fucked. You are going to get slapped about, right? Tower after tower, day after day, hour after hour, week after week, until you finally drop off your perch, right? You're just going to suffer now. And like, I don't fucking care. If you go into a box before you receive justice, you'll be gone, right? You'll be gone, and I'll be glad, and you'll deserve it. You and that fucking idiot from the Ukraine, that other like deranged retard that doesn't live in the real world, who's like still living out on this hope. Like you like, I've gone, man. Like there's nothing to hold on to, man. I'm gone, and like, just so you know, right? You won't stop me from leaving here. When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. Remember that. And like, the Lord has found a way, the Most High has found a way, and I will go when the time is right. And there's nothing you or anyone else can do to stop that. Right? You're not like, the thing is, you think you're fighting me. Right? You're not fighting me. You're fighting the Most High God. And you're trying to fuck with one of his children. And he's not going to, like how your life's gone to shit now, like how you're penniless now, and you're going to be homeless soon, and all your world's falling apart, just like I said it was. And I'm going on from strength to strength. And the thing is, right, you've been getting divination done on me, right? A lot of them are frauds, right? A lot of them are fakes. A lot of them don't even know what the fuck they're talking about, right? And some of them, right, because my energy's cloaked, so not many people can read me. A lot of people struggle. So that's why I find it hard to watch a lot of readers. There's only specific ordained readers. That's for me, and that's not many, right? And only they can give me the right information that I need, and only I can get the right information that I receive from the Most High through signs and wonders. You know what I mean? I get messages in all kinds of ways. I get them in books, I get them from the television screen, I get them from movies, right? I get them from other people, I receive them myself. It's all around us, right? I don't really have to try hard to get information that I need. And because I have spiritual discernment, because I have clear cognizance, I know, right? I know if it's right, I know if it's wrong. I know if you're a waste of time, I don't know if it's worthy of the investment, right? And if you were so tapped in, like you say you were, right, you would have been able to see what was coming around the corner. But considering that you're all pathological lies, right, and you just like faked your way through because you're all fake, you're all part of the plastic fantastic, fucking useless, basically cheap knockoff shit, right? And you told that many lies, and I've told you of demise, you're starting to fall apart now. And in particular, these readers that you were going to, because my energy's cloaked, right? Because not many people, not even females who got an interest in this, you will never get a right reading on me. You'll always get it jumbled up, and you'll always be fucking sat there trying hard to try and pick it out, but you'll never get it right. And that's why I get sick of fucking listening to you. And some of them I don't even like you anymore. But anyway, my energy is heavily cloaked, so you just get your own energy read back to you, right? And because you don't have spiritual discernment, you think that information that's being given to you is about me, but it's not. It's just telling you of your own demise. And then you're going around with this faux confidence that these certain things are going to happen to me, and you're going around boasting about it and making out that this is going to happen, that's going to happen, and you'll see this happen, you'll see that happen. And well, one thing's for sure, the people who you told to are definitely seeing it happen, but they're seeing it happen to you and not me. They're seeing your world collapse, your worlds collide, everything go wrong for you, people and friends and family all dying around you, right? But not me. I'm just going from strength to strength. That's because it doesn't matter which person you go to for divination, they'll only read you your energy back to you. So it's just it's the end of the road for you. It's getting close. And like, I know you're all like, well, before everything started going wrong, before I was aware of what was going wrong, you're all aware what I was entitled to. We're all, you're all trying to fucking take it from us, but it's all backfired horribly. You're losing everything. You've lost all your resources. No one's going to help you now. You all know you're a liar. You're heavily under investigation. And, it's just like, and you're just going to keep on going round the roundabout repeatedly until you make your way into a fucking box and get buried into the ground. Should put you about 20 feet down though on concrete, the cunt, just to be absolutely sure. But not only that, as I mentioned in a post that I put on the community, like, you have been catfishing people and charging astronomical fees for psychic readings under the guise of me, hoping that it would somehow backfire on me, and that I would face your karma that you were trying to push onto me for the fraudulent activity that you were trying to do when charging people of the earth for lies. Right? Well, what you didn't realise was that you gave misinformation to a very powerful individual, and you charged them quite amount of money for that false information. And when he realised that nothing happened in the way you said it would, he went to an actual professional, right, to get the correct information for this powerful person to be told that you are catfishing him under my identity, and that I am, not responsible for the fraud and deception that occurred, as well as misinformation. And this person has a lot of clout, as I've stipulated in the post that I put in the community section. And he's had you under close surveillance, and he knows about you and all your fucking retard gang, the clan, the inbred gang. And and like for instance, you were like trying to send threatened emails to politicians to try and make out that it was me sending those emails by hacking into certain accounts that I no longer use. That you do realise, right, your bootleg hackers don't fully understand the rigours of IT, information technology, right? And that you've just left a trail, a digital footprint, right, of all your shenanigans, including IP addresses. It doesn't matter if you use a VPN. When you have someone like the GCHQ, the Digital Spy Network, and the professionals they have there, like first class, AAA, you know what I mean? These boys know what they're doing, and get in and get out like a fucking stealthy ninja, right? They can track you on all your devices, everyone you've activated, everyone you've shut down, because they all have an IP address. And when you're trying to fucking hack into people's emails and send emails from your own IP address, thinking you're covered and you're cloaked because you used a VPN, makes no difference. It still tracks back to your IP address. They know how to navigate around all that, you see. And so you've been under really close surveillance by a very powerful person that you shouldn't have really catfished. And like you're all fucked anyway. You're all sick and dying. You spread like your whole coven is falling apart, right? And as I've said, don't bother trying to approach us with an apology. Don't try to send someone on your behalf. I'm telling you now, the apology is not accepted. I do not care about you, right? Like, forgiveness, you don't understand how that works. It's for me, not for you, right? And because I may have forgiven you over 2 years ago, doesn't mean that I need you back in my life. No, I still need you as far away from me as possible, right? Now, I know you're a delusional, deranged fucking shit for brains individual, right? That can't see past their own nose. And I know you somehow think, like, because of your own level of gross entitlement, that you're not taking no for an answer. Like, who am I to refuse you? Like, who are you in the first place? Some fucking zealous DJ that didn't really have any kind of status, that has to pay to have followers to give you credibility. On top of that, you have to pay ghost writers to write your music for you, that you take the credit for, that you never took part in, right? You're always paying for somebody else's creativity because you yourself have none, right? And you're supposed to be a seamstress, a ladyboy seamstress. All you ever fucking did was, like, make stuff for prostitutes because you are a prostitute. And the fact that right, and then you're creating fake accounts, right, and you're in such a one-sided competition. And this is the ex-friend too, because I know he's balls deep in your arsehole, and he's got your incurable STD as well. This fucking freak's in some kind of one-sided competition, right? Right, like there is no competition, right? You have to compete with me, right? Because you don't have an identity of your own. And you've long held this grudge and this hatred for me that I was unaware of at the time. But I cottoned on eventually, and that's why I moved away over fucking 5 years ago. And you and the fucking paedophiles that you teamed up with are just sad and pathetic and really need to seek help and find your own identity and get your own life and get up off your fucking ass and make a difference. But having said that, there is no point now, because you're so balls deep into this fucking conspiracy that you concocted with your paedophile friends when you're having your fucking degenerate parties, right? Exactly. Your life's over now, right? You're sick and dying, right? You thought you were getting one over me when you fucked a ladyboy who I've never met before or spoken to, right? But they certainly know you, and you certainly give a false report about me, you and your other gay lover that you like bumming. You know what I mean? Not that I have a problem with fucking gays, but I do have a problem with people who try to fucking take my life. So, in that respect, if you're someone mind your own business, I'm just going to leave you alone. I'm going to fuck what you do, as long as it doesn't involve me, as long as you don't come towards me. But, like, if you're trying to come towards me and cause me fucking discomfort and harm and try and take us out for money that has nothing to do with fucking you, like, in the hope of fucking fame and fortune, then it's carte blanche. Everything's on the menu, right? And if you don't like being spoken to in that way, you should mind your own fucking business and keep out of other people's lives. You know what I mean? Because otherwise I wouldn't need to do it. Like I say, I don't give a fuck who you are, what you're into, or what your sexual persuasion is, right? If you're living a peaceful life and you're just going about your day, not trying to shaft others, you know what I mean? Or fuck people over, or try to sacrifice them for a pedo cult so you can climb the greasy pole of paedophilia. You know what I mean? And if you're just mind your own business, living out your days in peace, then I will leave you in peace. I will not bother you or leave you alone. I've no need to fucking ridicule anyone who's living a peaceful life on the straight and narrow. But if you're coming at us, I don't give a fuck what your sexual persuasion is. I will exploit you. Carte blanche. Everything's on the menu, right? And if you don't like it, you should mind your own fucking business. Okay, dickheads? But yeah, so you've pissed off a very powerful person, right? And like I say, like, I do get tiresome having to deal with fucking tedious, repetitive people who have lost their minds and doesn't know their arsehole from their earhole. I just get a bit tiresome, you know what I mean? I do get a bit sick and, like, you know, I long for the day where I actually just fucking move on, but by the by, you've pissed off some very powerful people, right? By trying to fuck them over and rip them off. And well, like I've said, it's all coming clear into the picture now. They're just gathering information and piling it up and piling it up and piling it up to the point where they'll just throw the book at you. You know what I mean? It's not that far away now. I'll not go into specifics, but it's not far away now, and you're all going down, right? And trust me, when it does go down, I won't be here. And you've got that fucking idiot, Stormin Norman, the closet gaylord, right? Constantly trying to hack my phone. Like, you must be, right, a really sad, tedious, pathetic individual. You and the Ginger Ninja, where you fake that you're in a relationship, but really you're not. Nobody wants her. Fucking hell, nobody wants her. She's rotten, dying of cancer, and she's having a prolonged death, a very slow and painful one. And like, just like, you will all suffer. And Stormin Norman, like, please, by all means, keep trying to hack my phone, right? But let me guarantee one thing to you for certain: you will lose your eyesight. Oh, you can laugh and ha 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 ha. Because you're a spineless faggot that likes to hide behind a keyboard. Because that's how you operate in the shadows. Like, you're a fucking faggot coward. You know what I mean? You've got no balls. You're not a man. You're subhuman, basically. You're a fucking DIY hacker that doesn't understand the full fucking ins and outs of information technology and how you can navigate to find what needs to be found in order to hang you over dry. And that's exactly what's going to happen to you. And when you go to prison, you're going to be beaten and raped because you helped enable paedophiles do their degeneracy. You know, so you're basically a dead man walking. You know what I mean? So I just laugh at you because, like, for all this fucking idiot, right? He'll spend all day and all night into the early hours trying to, like, get the password to hack into my social media accounts, only for me to, like, because there's telltale signs, you know, of when you're doing it. And plus, when you're dealing with someone who's fucking tapped in and who's actually aware of what you're doing while you're doing it, right? I'm just waiting for the telltale signs. And because you're a bit of a fucking idiot who doesn't have any social skills, you're a bit of a fucking loner, you know what I mean? And, like, all your fucking friends are into Dungeons and Dragons and shit like that, you know what I mean? Because you're all fucking incels type of crack.
What's the fucking crack?
No balls, man. There's no meat on the bone. There's no man there. You're just a chinless cunt, basically. Do you know what I mean? Like, and all the while, you know, like, you're being watched. And every time you do it, you know what I mean? Like, you go to prison for a long time for breaking all kinds of fucking laws, as well as fucking aiding in premeditated murder. I mean, you and the fucking Ginger Ninja, you're both fucking, you're just numb as fuck. Like, how the fuck, right? How the fuck did a ginger cunt like you become a fucking private investigator? Just fucking hell, man. And then you've got that clueless cunt, man. The chaperone. Fucking hell, man. Stormin Norman. And you can see him getting triggered. I'm going to hack his fucking social media. I'm going to find the password. And it's like, yeah, you find it, but, like, you're not in there very fucking long, are you? Because I just change it and I just make the password a difficult fucking sequence for you to fucking try and figure out. But, like, you realise, you know, you may have my email addresses, what I use now, right? But when I eventually leave, I'll be leaving this fucking phone and the fucking social media account long behind. I'll just be abandoning them. You know what I mean? I'll just start again. And only this time I'll have a fucking different identity because I'll be changing my identity when I fucking move on. So silly cunts like you won't be able to fucking find out where I am. And I'll be quiet on social media because I don't fucking need it. Right? It's just something I don't care about. If I do set up social media accounts, the likelihood is if and when that happens, I'll get people to manage them. Because I like living in the fucking real world. Not stuck on fucking social media all the time. Scrolling. I mean, like, sometimes I'll do it and I can find myself getting stuck into doom scrolling and I just stop. I'd rather read a fucking book or go outside in fucking nature like I am now. You know what I mean? But I just know, right, that we're getting very close towards the end. And like, you were all fucking clucking crackheads, desperately trying to, like, what exactly are you going to do? Like, if I abandon this phone and I abandon all my social media, right, and just, like, you know what I mean, and just leave it at that, I'll just throw the phone away, right? What the fuck are you going to do then? I mean, you've got a clueless fat cunt over the road in a bungalow with fuck listening devices who doesn't get any information out of me. Like, whenever I do speak, I'm just insulting him, telling him about his fucking degeneracy and how he likes getting train ganged off a lot of fucking gay men, or like he likes getting grown men to squat on his chest and lay out a cable on it. You know what I mean? Or how his fat sister is just a human version of a spunk cloth, because while he's getting train ganged, and each man that pulls out with a shitty dick, you know what I mean, it gets put in the fat whale's mouth to be cleaned, and then, you know, to be relieved all over. And it's fucking hell. And I'll tell you now, that fucking sweaty yeti, the fucking thing, the blob, that's not going to be pleasing on the fucking eye. I mean, that fucker struggles to wash itself. Do you know what I mean? I think it's been in hospital for the last fucking 2 weeks for God knows what. Because it's dropping a fucking bit, its hair's falling out. It could potentially have broken a bone. I mean, it's, you know what I mean? It's so beastly overweight. And it won't stop fucking eating. And it doesn't wash. And you always know when they've got, like, because they're not very subtle individuals, but they open the bedroom window. And it's not to let the fresh air in, it's to let the fucking foul smell out. Because these two fat cunts do not wash, right? And the heavily into junk food, do you know what I mean? They look like shit. They smell like shit. They eat fucking shit. They are shit. You know? Like, they don't wash themselves, and whatever they eat, they just throw in the fucking empty fucking wrappers all over the floor. I know this because the fat cunt's got a litter picker, because he's got this like film over the windows to like blot out anyone seeing him during the day, but the daft cunt doesn't realise at night that it doesn't fucking work, and he's got the bedroom light on, right? And he's walking around with a litter picker in his fucking bedroom, picking up the fucking litter. So the fucking slobs, do you know what I mean? They just fucking out. They're just dirty bastards, and they fucking like the low IQ degenerates. And like, I've got a fucking 18-minute video of the stupid cunt, man. Like, he's not very fucking bright, and he just keeps like this is what I mean about fucking simpletons. They give themselves away by thinking they've said something clever, even though all they've done is like give themselves away. Like for example, it was during the summer months. It was last year now, right? I was in the kitchen. I was sat at the table looking out the window, and there he was at the fucking window looking over at me. I said, "Oh, there he is." I call him a fat cunt. You know what I mean? There he is, a fat cunt's looking over at my window again, and I just went over. You know what I mean? And I didn't even say anything, and he went, "I'm not looking at your window. I'm not looking at your window." Well, how did you know I fucking said you were looking at the window? If I'm in my house with the windows closed and the door shut, right? I should be in private, right? You know what I mean? I should be, you know, allowed to voice my opinions in the privacy of my own home, where no one should be fucking hearing it. And then I went out. I didn't even open me fucking mouth, because he's got a speech impediment because he was abused as a kid. And he's in incest as well, because he fucking has sex with his sister, who he pretends is his girlfriend. But anyway, I did the same thing. I'm not looking at your window. I just like at the time I just didn't bother saying anything. Just like, you stupid fat cunt. Fucking hell, man. Fucking stupid fat cunt. And then it's just like when I'm up in my bedroom and I'll keep the lights out, you know what I mean? And like I say, he's got the light and he always comes to the window. You know, the imbecile is at the windowsill. And like, I'll sit there and I'll start going, oh, like recording me. You just see his fucking head. You know what I mean? Like he's over the road, right? In a fucking bungalow. in his bedroom that faces out to my back, like to the back of my house, right? And like if I call him a stupid fat four-eyed cunt, right, in the privacy of my own home, right, with the windows and doors closed, right, he shouldn't be able to hear that. Never mind fucking react and look straight up to my fucking bedroom window. Of course he fucking won't over there. He's always running away from the kids because he's asking for the ball back. But you know, I haven't got your ball. But like that's another thing. Like they keep trying to like it's just a never-ending fucking roundabout. Let's just go around the roundabout, doing the same things. Oh, we'll do love spells. We'll do sympathy spells. It's like we'll make him feel nostalgic. It's just like, if I ever do have bouts of nostalgia, I can be absolutely 100% sure it doesn't include none of yous cunts. That's for sure. You know what I mean? Oh, you remember when we did this, and you remember the time when we did that? And it's just like, can you remember when you fucking collaborate with paedophiles to fucking top us off and kill us for fucking money? Yeah, that trumps all of that shit, you stupid cunt. Fucking backward, docile nonsense. Do you remember when? Well, I couldn't give a fuck about that, but I remember when you all teamed up together, a whole community, taking cash bribes to try and take us out for an inheritance. You know, it's like it trumps all that. It's like a royal fucking flush. But there's still loads more. Like it's just going for a bit of a fucking matter there, but like we'll just leave it there. I'll keep coming back. It's mainly piss takes now and watching them freak out because, you know, they have the power to stop me making videos. Right, and yes, I'm well aware they're trying to pull us back into a karmic cycle. There's another reader who have since stopped watching because I think there's something inside of them that needs healing because they're very repetitive. And it's like they tell you the same story with slightly different characters, but it's the exact same modus operandi. You know what I mean? And and it's not just peppered throughout the reading. It's like an overbearing, like peace be still, forgive and release, peace be still, peace be still, walk, peace be still, forgive and release, walk, forgive and release. And like what tends to happen is it's like you no longer listen to the information, right? And then you get out a pen and a piece of paper. Peace be still, forgive and release. How many times it can be said in a 48 to 50 minute video or an hour? And like, well, the thing is though, they say it far too many fucking times. And it's very repetitive, just like the readings are, you know what I mean? And you kind of look at them, it's just like, there's probably something broken inside of you, like that fucking record that you're playing from. It's just stuck on repeat, you know, and you just stop listening to some people, and some people just like playing stupid fucking games or trying to breadcrumb and stretch things out to the point where it's just like, I don't feel anything anymore. In fact, you've done an excellent job at proving to me why I don't like you anymore. But anyway, tower after tower, hour after hour, no rest, no peace. You will suffer. You are going to suffer. You are suffering as we speak, and you'll be haunted day and night, right? And you'll be fucking having paranoid delusions because you're hearing all kinds of voices and seeing things that most people won't be able to see, but you will, because remember, you sold out. You signed that contract in your own blood. Potentially, the agreement was and stuff that you are a docile, brainless numpty cunt that did not read the small print and has just sold their soul to receive nothing but pain and suffering. And on that bombshell, I'll come back for another one at some point, and see you later.